question 3 on subtraction. Before you continue watching, make sure to subscribe and like. The topics we're going to be covering today are subtraction, the keywords to subtraction, and subtracting larger numbers. So let's start with subtraction. What is subtraction? Unlike addition, where you're putting things together, subtraction is when you're taking things out. And we use it all the time in the real world. For example, if you're going to a grocery store and you pick out 5 cherries, these are my beautiful cherries, and you're like, I want these. And then your mom says, no, take 2 of those away. That is subtraction. So going back to the cherry problem, if we were to put it into a subtraction sentence, we would have 5 minus 2. We start off with 5 and we're taking 2 away. And the answer would be how many are left at the end. So we're going to take 2 away and let's count. We have 1, 2, and 3. So our answer is going to be 3. In a subtraction problem, this is called the difference. It's basically the answer to a subtraction problem. And let's try another example. Let's say we have 9 bananas. I'm not going to draw bananas, I'm just going to use dots. Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, we only need 9. Okay. So, you take 9 bananas and apparently you only need 3. So in this case, this is when we're only left with 3. So this is another subtraction problem, and we write it like this. 9 is how much we're starting off with. We only want 3 in the end, so minus 3 equals, and that's our answer. So how are we going to do this? So we have my beautiful bananas, and we're going to keep these 3. They're obviously the best bananas. And then we're going to kill all other bananas. And let's count how many we killed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We killed 6 bananas, and that is our answer. We're now going to move on to the keywords. Why do we have keywords? Let's say we're doing a word problem, and we're like, what should I do? If you see one of these words, which I'm going to say in a bit, then you know you're going to use subtraction. Same goes for addition, multiplication, and division. Whenever you see one of the keywords for one of those operations, you know you're going to use it. So the ones for subtraction are deduct, minus, less, difference, decrease, take away, and subtract. So now we're going to move on to subtracting larger numbers. Those are going to be a bit tricky at first, but soon you'll be able to do it in no time. And we're going to start off without carrying the 1. You'll see what I mean once we finish these problems. So let's start with 68 minus 42. Like we did in addition, we first have to identify the 10s and the 1s. And the 10s are 6 and 4, so we're going to write 6 on top of 4. Make sure you don't do it the other way around, or else you're going to get a negative number, which you guys will know in a bit. And then 8 and 2 are our unit digits. So we're going to write 2 under 8. Make sure you don't do 62 minus 48, or else you're going to get the problem wrong. So again, like we did in addition, we're going to subtract instead of add the 1s first. 8 minus 2 is 6. And now for the 10s. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. So that's our answer, 26. But you may be wondering, how do I know that I didn't do something wrong? So we're going to go back to our trusty companion, rounding. So we learned this back in addition, so if you need to, take the time to go back to it and rewatch that part. So let's start off with 68. It's between 60 and 70. And 8 is one of the numbers that we round up to. So we're going to round up to 70. What about 42? It's between 40 and 50. And 42 is much closer to 40 than it is 50. So we're going to round down, because 2 is one of the numbers we round down for. And what's 70 minus 40? It's 30. 26. It's between 20 and 30. And since 6 is one of the numbers that we round up for, we're going to round up to 30. And since 26 rounds up to 30, we know our answer is good. So let's try another example, again without carrying the 1. So they already have it in this vertical notation for us. Remember, horizontal is sideways, remember the horizon, and vertical is up and down. So yeah. So we have 93 and 81. How are we going to subtract? Like we did in the previous example, we're going to start off with our trusty ones. What's 3 minus 1? If you said 2, you're right. Let's put that. And then 9 minus 8. Well, 9 minus 8 is 1, so we're going to put that. And so that's our answer. So let's just make sure we're right once again. 93 rounds to 90, and 81 rounds to 80. 90 minus 80 is 10, and 12 rounds to 10. So we're good. So I have some practice problems for you, and I want you guys to do them. And you guys can pause the video if you guys need some time, and comment below your answers. Make sure you round just to make sure you got the right answer. So your problems are 32 minus 20, 57 minus 42, and 46 minus 10. Make sure you don't get intimidated by these big numbers. You'll be fine. Now we're going to move on to with carrying the 1. Before we did without carrying the 1. This one's a bit tricky, but you'll be able to do it. So let's start off with the problem 32 minus 27. I've already written it in this form. So 2 minus 7. I'm pretty sure that 2 is less than 7. So we're just going to pause and take a moment and be like, how can I fix this? In addition, we carried the 1 when we had like 6 and 5, and together they make 11. And we can't write that in the unit spot. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to do some tricky stuff. 3 is going to become the 2. And then, since technically 32 became 22, we lost a 10. So we're going to be like, where should I place that now? So this 2 is going to become 12. So 20, since this is technically 20, plus 12 is 32. So we really didn't change anything. So 12 minus 7 is 5. So see, that does it nicely. And 2 minus 2 is 0. So our answer is 5. So let's do another example. This example is 98 minus 39. They've already put it in vertical notation for us. So 8 minus 9. Once again, 8 is not bigger than 9 because it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so we're going to continue and we're going to do this. So 98, we're going to take it and make it 88. But then we still need that 10. We can't just like decide to throw it away. That'll change our answer. So we're gonna make that 8 and 18. So what's 18 minus 9? It's 9. And then 8 minus 3 is 5. So our answer is 59. So I'm gonna give you some example problems so you guys can practice. So we first have 35 minus 27, 98 minus 49, and then our last one should be 52 minus 35. So how will we use this subtraction in life? So I have an example problem here, and let's do it. So there are 50 questions on a test. The teacher thought that there was too many questions, so she took 37 away. Now how many questions are left? So we have to first figure out if we're going to use what we're going to use: subtraction, addition, multiplication, division. So we look for keywords. And here we see took, away, and are left. So that shows that we're going to do subtraction. So whenever we subtract, we start with how much we started with, and we subtract how many we take away, and our answer is how many are left. So let's see how many we start with. Reading the question, we see that we start with 50 questions. And then we have to figure out how many she took away. And we read the question again, we see that she took 37 away. So we see that we're going to do 50 minus 37. So let's start with subtracting this. And 0 is less than 7. So we obviously can't do 0 minus 7. So instead we're going to carry the 1. We're going to make this 5 a 4 and this 0 a 10. Because technically this is 40 plus 10, just 50. So we haven't changed the problem. So 10 minus 7 gives us 3, and 4 minus 3 is 1. So that means there are 13 questions left. Don't forget to subscribe and like. If you have any questions, you can email info@agoramathcircle.org or comment below and we'll reply back. Maybe. And if you want to see practice things or anything about us, you can visit our website, which is basically the end of the email but without the info and the end. So bye!